Alex Karpazis. I'm Presentation Director on Rainbow Six Siege.
I'm Chou, Senior Director of Esports for North Central South America, Ubisoft.
And my name is Wei Yu. I'm the Esports Director for Rainbow Six Siege.
I started in esports through community management at game studios. So I spent 10 years over on the Xbox side, where I managed and developed communities for Forza and Halo. And it was through Halo in the latter years where I fell in love with esports, because for me, esports is a direct evolution and extension of community activation. And so at some point, I decided to make esports my main career and focus. And I just joined Ubisoft 7 months ago, so super happy to be here.
So my background is coming from the competitive side of gaming. I've been a competitive player myself. I've been always a big fan of esports. I've been watching a lot of esports myself, consuming the content, following pro teams. So it's great. I've been with Ubisoft for 4.5 months.
Events like Showdown, events that you'll see coming in new seasons, hopefully answer to that breath of fresh air, something new that you haven't seen before.
Streamlining is one of the keywords. The other keywords that actually Che mentioned before is regionalization. So that's something we want to double down on for 2020 and beyond. And I think we can see in the APAC example that we already have a region with a diverse amount of countries. They're also geographically very far apart. And I think we can take a lot of learnings from APAC and use that for NA and LATAM as well. I think when it comes to regionalization, it's much more an opportunity than a challenge for us. I think we want to double down on the focus for the regions, the territories, and that's extremely important to us to engage and connect with the communities in those countries.
And I think now that Rainbow Six has reached the size that it is, and it's become such a global phenomenon, I think now is the time to really think about each of the regions that we have and catering our content to that community.
And it gives us an opportunity to explore more diverse backgrounds, more stories that can be very unique, tied to the country that they're located. So it just means that we get to explore more countries more of the time.
Our goal is still to have 100 operators in the game. So that is going to be a challenge, but it's also not just a challenge for us as the dev team, it's also for the players and the esports players, pro players competing in the game, because adding more operators and essentially adding more maps will change the meta game. People that are new to the game will have to get into it, learn new things, learn more things. So it just adds up over time.
Esports entertainment standpoint, viewability is still very important. It's one of the key factors. And so how do we, when we have 100 operators 10 years from now, how do we make it so that it's actually, that you can actually follow the strategy or the meta of the moment-to-moment action, right? So those are things that we're going to constantly think about. And even now, I think, with as many operators as we have, there is a challenge in telling that story, telling that strategy story. And that's something that we are going to really invest in next year.
We're always wanting to represent the diversity of our game and make sure we're exploring places we've never really explored before. And we know we have an incredible community in Latin America, especially Mexico. So it was about time we represented them in our game. So Amaru has been in the Peruvian forest protecting her heritage. She's been fighting against antiquity traffickers most of her life, and she's not like our regular operators. She comes from a civilian background and not a CTU. For Goyo, he's actually had a very tragic past. He lost his father and brother at a very young age, and so it was up to his mother to raise him and his mother's best friend, who happened to be Amaru. So they're actually very, very close. Amaru took Goyo under her wing, taught him everything he knew, and the two have become quite the dynamic duo.
Hey LATAM guys, this is Che signing off. Thanks for watching, and maybe we'll see you in Japan.
Yeah, Latam, great to have you here. I hope you enjoyed the new operators, and don't forget to play Amaru because she will get you hooked.
Hey, thank you so much, Latin America. The community here is incredible. Keep on giving us your feedback, and we hope you enjoy the new season, Ember Rise.